Your wish list.
Wish list or which list? Which one is which?
Wish. M-Pesa, wish list. Anyway, small digression. Let's get into the news review right about now. Myself and Crosby, we've got a number of papers in front of us. And like we typically do, we'll run through the headlines and then we'll take some details. A Daily Graphic has this to say. Ministry targets 50% turnout in district level election. Tax evasion case, Keofori CEO exonerated. Also, leverage local capital for lithium and other minerals. Renowned economist Kwame Pienim is speaking there. UPSA honors First Lady Justices Bamford Addo, Theodora Wood. And there's a lovely picture to go along with that story. The Ghanaian Times this morning. Boku chieftaincy conflict, development, not war. Vice President urges for the end of the conflict. Easy to hold district level elections. December 19. Full details captured on page 13 of the paper. MTTD rakes in some 2 million cedis in fines against 2,705 traffic offenders. I think that's that seems quite meager for what I see in the streets in the capital alone. So hopefully all that money is actually going to the official place as opposed to the unofficial pockets. I won't say too much. Still on the front page of the Ghanaian Times, strengthen existing anti-graft agencies. And finally, the Daily Guide. Baumia preaches peace in Boku. First Lady and 2 others honored. Bagbin Jabs OSP. KGL picks leading ICT company tag. AG to call 11 witnesses in the NAM1 trial. I believe it's been scheduled for December 20th. It'll all come to a head on December 20th. Crosby, what do you have for us?
I'll start with the Custodian newspaper. On the front page, it says, "We don't need OSP to fight corruption," attributed to the Speaker of Parliament, Alban Bagbin. Also, you can bring peace to Boko. Naba Abugrago Azoka II charges Dr. Baumia. YEA's beeped create 20,000 more jobs. The story is on page 6 of the paper. KGL Technology recognizes leading ICT company, and NPP NPS parents to pay 73,000 Ghana cedis, raising questions about whether we're selling this to the highest bidder or not. I'll take you to the front page of the New Publisher newspaper. It says, hide nothing, fear nothing. On the front page, imposing LGBT is wrong, but don't criminalize gays. Texting explains stance. You are a true unifier, Boko Naba tells Baumia. An official, government shares in Vodafone not sold. So those of you who are thinking that government has sold its shares or is planning to sell its shares in Vodafone, government says it has not been sold and there is no conversation to sell it. The Daily Analyst newspaper on the front page says, GJ President meets Parliamentary Press Corps. Please receive 200 motorbikes from ECG to enhance operations. Anti-gay bill, let's not criminalize sex toys. Eslo Sekufo argues in Parliament. There's also let's promote upcoming local government elections. GJ to media. University administrators threatening strike over political interference. The front page of the Finder newspaper, UPSA honors Mrs. Rebecca Ekufuado, Joyce Bamford-Addo, Georgina Theodora Wood. I support ongoing talks to bring Alan back into NPP, coming from Odinoho Kwekuapia, Chairman Koka in the Ashanti region. Mokunaba bets on Baumia to use unifying qualities to end Boko conflict. Creation of OSP is an act in futility, Bagman is saying. Majority leader wants action on PAC reports.
All right, let's start off with this story on the front page of the Daily Guide. Bagbin Jabs OSP, captured in page 3. Lawmakers sat in stunned silence and gasped as the Speaker of Parliament, Alban Bagbin, said that establishing the office of the Special Prosecutor was a futile exercise. The House was doing the consideration of the promotion of proper human sexual rights and Ghanaian family values bill when the Speaker indicated that the OSP will achieve no results in the fight against corruption. He argued that the best way out to fight corruption is to decouple the office of the Attorney General from the Ministry of Justice. I'm quoting him here. He says, as for the law you passed on the establishment of the Office of the Special Prosecutor, I did tell you that it was an act in futility. You were not going to achieve anything, but you went ahead and passed it. Well, has the Speaker been vindicated? He said at the time, he indicated that this was an exercise in futility. Is that what we're seeing playing out? Because the OSP himself has come out to say more or less that he's frustrated in his fight against corruption.
Just a few things I want to say about this. It's relatively a new law. So bearing in mind how new it is to our form of governance, the one we're practicing in the country, the Speaker saying that it's an exercise in futility, I think may not be true yet. I understand that we're having challenges with fine-tuning his powers, where he can go to, and all of that, bearing in mind the role of the Attorney General also. So far, maybe not so good, but an exercise in futility, I don't think so. I'm sure the Office of the Special Prosecutor has also revived some levels of interest in fighting corruption just by the creation of the office alone, but that is not enough, granted. But there's more to be done. The other thing that the Speaker suggested was giving his powers to an independent or not politically aligned Attorney General.
Right.
My issue with that will be, so since the creation of the office, the two special prosecutors that we've had, have we had cause to think that their work is being impacted by the appointing authority? I really do not think so. I think their work is being impacted by other agencies or other state institutions who have been appointed by the president, not directly themselves.
Right.
So whether you appoint or you vote, you give it to a non-aligned or non-politically painted Attorney General, if the president is still appointing the people he has to work with, I'm talking about judges in the court and all of that, if that is still coming from the executive, then we'll still be seeing these things. So I think it's a matter of fine-tuning some areas in the OSP law that was passed somewhere in 2017, I believe, and then we'll find a way to deal with it. But exercising futility, I don't think so.
Well, I've heard that also from other quarters. I was watching Key Points over the weekend, and Dr. Ransford Jampo was saying that the OSP has his hands in too many pies, so that he's got too many cases going on at the same time. But the issues are running concurrently. Every day you wake up, it's almost like one new day, one scandal. One day, one scandal. So I found that critique also quite interesting. But this is unraveling and it's unfolding. And interestingly, I feel like there's some sort of shift we're seeing in the narrative as far as the OSP is concerned. Some leaked documentation. What is going on? Are we seeing a Martin Amidu 2.0 situation unraveling before our eyes? I do feel the next few months will be very telling as far as that's concerned.
Has it been effective enough? No. Has it been completely useless? No. So we're in a fine line between these two.
What do you think about Martin people saying that it's allowed for a lot more discourse?
Exactly.
Because he's come into the public domain.
Exactly. So that's what I was saying, that it has brought some life to our quest to fight corruption. Granted that is not enough and there's more to be done, we cannot, sideline that fact that the office has begun doing something good. And like any new thing, it will come with some challenges, some resistance here and there. It beckons on the country to think about its values and then know where it is putting the money where its mouth is.
This one also got a lot of reaction on social media, on X in particular. Police received 200 bikes from ECG. Now, the Ghana Police Service on December 11th, 2023, received 200 motorbikes from the Electricity Company of Ghana, ECG, as part of the company's effort to bolster police operations nationwide. The donation, which took place at the National Police Headquarters, was attended by members of the Police Management Board and some staff of the ECG. Why do you think it got tongues wagging so much?
So wait, this was ECG's corporate social responsibility. Is that what it falls under?
The story is quite short. It doesn't go into detail.
If that is what it falls under, then, well, we can't complain. They decided to use their money to do what they want to do. But this is a company that owes everybody everywhere. And then because of that, we now are on the brink of going back to Sunana Sogli. They decide that they want their money today, right now, and EC is not able to pay. Then it means we'll be going back into the era of doom. So, but the ACG, I'm sure they know what they're doing. If it's their corporate social responsibility, well, you cannot falter them for doing that. But I'm sure because of the financial situation of ECG, how they may not be doing well.
You think that's why eyebrows are raised on this one? Yes, that is why
people are raising concerns. Instead of you giving police motorbikes, use the money to fix your appliances, to ensure that we have sustainable power supply.
Absolutely. Time check. It is some 10 minutes to the top of the hour, 7 a.m. This is still 3FM, Sunrise on 3FM at 92.7. We'll go for a quick message. When we come back, there's more right here. Don't move a muscle.
Turn up the basses. This 22nd December. All roads, all cabs, all lights, and all the link up and the lingua will be at the Accra Sports Stadium. The Beam President, Stone